On a warm night along the Mediterranean coast, in a city that once called itself the center of human knowledge, something priceless began to disappear. Alexandria, founded by Alexander the Great in 331 BCE, was not just a port or a capital of Egypt under Greek rule. It was an idea. At its heart stood the Great Library of Alexandria, a place created to gather all the world's knowledge under one roof. Scholars from Greece, Egypt, Persia, India, and beyond traveled here to read, debate, and write. The library was part of a larger research institution called the Mouseion, dedicated to the Muses, and it aimed for something radical: to collect every book ever written. Ancient sources claim its shelves may have held hundreds of thousands of scrolls, copied from ships that entered Alexandria's harbor, translated into Greek, and stored for future generations. Works on mathematics, astronomy, medicine, geography, philosophy, and engineering live side by side. Here, Euclid wrote the foundations of geometry. Eratosthenes calculated the circumference of the Earth with astonishing accuracy. Hipparchus mapped the stars. For centuries, this knowledge shaped the ancient world. Yet when people ask what happened to the Great Library, they often imagine a single night of flames, a catastrophic fire that erased everything in one moment. The truth is more complex, quieter, and perhaps more tragic. The library did not vanish in one dramatic explosion. It faded through a series of blows, spread across centuries, each one stripping away part of its soul. One of the earliest disasters may have occurred in 48 BCE, when Julius Caesar arrived in Alexandria during a Roman civil war. Trapped in the harbor, Caesar ordered ships set on fire to block enemy forces. Ancient writers like Plutarch later claimed that the fire spread to parts of the city and destroyed books stored near the docks. Whether this fire reached the main library building is still debated by historians, but it likely destroyed thousands of scrolls intended for the library, weakening it for the first time. Alexandria survived, but was no longer untouchable. Over the next centuries, political power shifted and the city changed hands. Under Roman rule, funding for the library declined. Scholars lost patronage. The original Mouseion may have ceased to function as it once did. Knowledge does not survive on walls alone. It needs care, copying, and constant use. Without support, scrolls decay, texts are lost, and traditions fade. By the 3rd century CE, Alexandria faced violent turmoil. In 272 CE, the Roman Emperor Aurelian fought to retake the city from rebels. Entire districts were destroyed in the fighting, including the area where the library may have once stood. If any remnants of the original institution still existed, they may have been lost in this chaos. What survived likely moved elsewhere, especially to the Serapeum, a temple dedicated to the god Serapis that housed a smaller daughter library. Even this refuge did not last. In 391 CE, during the rise of Christianity as the dominant religion of the Roman Empire, tensions between pagan traditions and Christian authorities exploded. After violent clashes in Alexandria, the Christian Emperor Theodosius I ordered the destruction of pagan temples. Ancient accounts describe the Serapeum being stormed and demolished. With it, the last known public collection tied to the Great Library disappeared. No flames are vividly described, no inventory listed, only silence where shelves once stood. Later stories would add another layer to the mystery. Medieval writers claimed that when Muslim forces conquered Alexandria in the 7th century, the remaining books were destroyed on the orders of Caliph Umar, supposedly burned as fuel for bathhouses.